What is up, my homies? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today is a story time, and this is about my scariest experience I ever had at work. So, before I get into the story, I'm going to tell you guys where I work. So I work for a company called Canteen Vending, which basically is, what we do is we stock machines of snacks and drinks to companies all around Pennsylvania and Jersey. So we're gonna do a hospital, a college, a high school, maybe something as simple as a Whole Foods or Wegmans or a Target. I've done Targets and Wegmans before in the past. So anyone that has a vending machine that has our sticker on it, we refill it, rotate stock, and gather money. So I've seen them everywhere. Our company is worldwide, so you can see them anywhere that has a vending machine with our sticker. So our story begins maybe a couple months ago. I had a account in Camden, New Jersey. So if you guys are not aware, Camden is not the best city, not the most safest city in the world. A lot of crime happens there, drug activity, killing, a lot of bad stuff in this area. So I had 3 accounts to go to in Camden, and it was Volunteers of America. What Volunteers of America is basically a housing unit for people with disabilities or people who are trying to get back into society. So what they do there, they do like labor and get paid to do certain things, like, and you can learn about certain fields of careers. Basically, that's like just like the whole picture of the company. Non-profit, just helping people get back on their feet into society. So I had 3 different accounts, and one of them was the addiction treatment center. So people, I go in there and I see people who've done meth, cocaine, heroin. Just by the way they were acting, is I could tell what drug they have done. I've done my research on how drugs affect people. Everyone has learned that in health class in high school, so you kind of can see it very easily when you go to these certain places. So broad daylight, the addiction center right here, and behind it is an old abandoned building, broken windows. I can see people in there who are homeless sleeping in there, and I see people outside doing drug deals, and just a lot of sketchy and not safe stuff going on around this building. So I finish loading their machines upstairs in the addiction center. So I go down to my truck, and when I'm going to my truck, bring empty containers in and out, I have money in my possession, like stacks or just a little bit amount of money, and I put them in a bag and I put them up front, hidden in my truck, so no one can see and be like, oh, this guy's got a lot of money, let me try to bring it to the van and steal it. So I'm walking out with my hand truck, just taking containers, putting them in the back of my truck because they're all empty. So I finished restocking the vending machine. So going back into my truck with no money because I already did that earlier, and I am standing there being very aware of my surroundings because I don't get jumped or killed in Camden. So I am being very aware of my surroundings. So I'm loading totes / containers into my van off my hand truck. And across from the street is a liquor store. And a lot of people are hanging out in the corner, and they don't seem like the nicest people. But I see one guy start walking across the street. He walks towards the addiction center and towards me. And I see him pull a switchblade out of his pocket and is walking towards me. So right now I am like, let me get this stuff into my truck, lock up my truck, and drive away as quickly as possible. So as I am closing the back doors to my van, this guy is on the sidewalk where this building is. He's walking. So I'm here, he's here, and there's a sidewalk that goes like this way and this way. He's here and starts walking this way and this way, and he's like almost exactly straight across from me. And this is when I'm in my truck. So when he's aligned with my truck, he stops for a second with the switchblade in hand in broad daylight, so it's very visible. I am watching him in my rearview mirror, and luckily he goes past me because he's going to the abandoned building to do drugs, kill someone, or just find a place to sleep. But I assume hurt someone because he has a switchblade in his hand, and that's a deadly weapon. So I'm not sure what he's doing. I didn't hear anything in the news about it, but thankfully it was not me. But I thought like I was gonna get stabbed that day. So left the addiction center and went to my last stop. So this day it was pretty cloudy. So I pulled to my last stop. It's a very non-populated area. Very like old townhouses on both sides of this VOA building. If I say VOA, it's Volunteers of America building. So abandoned parking lot, houses, VOA houses at an intersection. And so I go in, get the money, restock, rotate stock, and come out. I swear to you, there's like pretty much like 3 black cars down the street who are coming my way, but they're at a stoplight, so they can't come to me. But me being me, when I'm in a area that I'm not familiar with, I just think the worst scenario is gonna happen at any time. Shot, jumped, robbed, whatever. They can even steal my van, and that was all going through my head. Like, bad stuff is gonna happen. I should pick up the pace and get the hell out of here. Go back to the warehouse and be safe because I know my area. So I am loading in my truck. I'm on the street, but not like in the middle. So I am loading. Light turns green. These 3 cars are driving. First car drives past my truck and slows down. The 2 cars behind it are driving past me very slowly. Rolls down the window in the second car and just stares at me and drives slowly past me. The third car has the back window and the front window down, drives past me slowly, then yells out to me. And at this point, before I look around, like, alright, I'm about to die for no reason. I had nothing on me. There was no money in the machine because I did no business, so I'm about to die for no reason. And thankfully, he says, "Where's the closest gas station?" So, thankfully, nothing bad happened except for the guy with the knife. But after he asked me that, I'm like, a sigh of relief happened inside my chest and head, because like my heart's racing. I have these 3 black cars coming up to me, driving very slowly. I'm not sure what they want or what they have, but thankfully they're just looking for a gas station. I tell them, I'm very sorry, I'm not from this area. I have no idea but I can definitely give you directions. They said, no, it's fine. We'll just drive them and look for it. So thankfully, these guys had no intentions on hurting me or stealing me or robbing me. So thankfully, that was a scary and relieving experience for me at work. I've been to Philadelphia, Chester, and Camden many times with work, and I've always had experiences, sad, scary, and kind of like learning experiences sometimes. Like sad because you see a lot of homeless people in Camden. I saw this one guy who was sleeping in the parking lot of VOA, not living there, just needed a place to sleep. Scary. People come into my van and ask for free stuff, and if I say no or no in a mean way, they think anything's attitude, I can be dead. Or learning to be like, okay, these people need help. I'm gonna help them out and make sure that the machine looks nice and it's fully stocked, and they can get their drinks or their snacks whenever they need one. So I'm very helpful and not gonna judge someone because of how they're living or what they did to get into the living situation. So it's just, when I'm doing this, I keep an open mind. But when I am in an area where I've seen bad stuff happen and the living situation is not as upkept or nice as what I'm used to, I will definitely think bad because, I'm not sure, I have no idea what's going to happen. But, yeah, that was just a little story I had for you guys today. If you want more stories from my job, because I do have funny ones too that I have very clear memory of, I can definitely tell them to you. Also, podcast is coming out this Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you look for that. If you want the link to my second channel, let me know. You can text me on Snapchat or Instagram, or I will leave the link in the description below. It only has 2 subscribers, so it's not very popular. There is a trailer on there, what my podcast are going to be about, and hopefully it'll have a lot of guests on there, and have a good time. But thank you for watching, have a nice day, and peace out.